All right, Michael here to update you on the latest on what's going on out there in the weather community. Happy Monday, everyone, as we get into our work week and things of that nature. For those who are going back to work, we're going to get started and talk about some weather that's going on out there in the weather community. We have some rain that is occurring eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina. Rain is constantly ongoing, as you can see those flooded watches and flood advisories and things like that. Look at that not that big broad area, but as you can see, coastal flood warnings in effect for Charleston and areas close to Wilmington. Also that flood advisory in effect for the east of the Columbia area, that it's going to be in the Columbia metro area. Also look down into here. We're going to have some flood watches that are going on for areas that are down south in the Texas region. That's going to be southwest Texas. Flood watches in effect, flash flood warnings as are getting scattered across. And you can't see it right here on your map, but we do have, you can't see it on your radar, but we have some nasty weather that's moving in this direction. You probably can't, well, it's not moving just like that exactly, but we're seeing some nasty weather. In the north, we have a lot of heat watches in the north. Heat advisories in effect. Well, not heat watches, warnings as a matter of fact. Heat advisories are in effect. And you have those heat warnings, red flag warnings, flood watches, and some, let's not forget about California, as you have those extreme heat warnings and heat advisories as well. If you're enjoying this content right here, make sure you subscribe to follow for more future updates like this. We're potentially going to have some future weather live streams. We're going to get on here live and try to track some storms for you potentially. And yeah, then we're just going to keep on rolling. So let's look at see what the Storm Prediction Center has for us today. So the Storm Prediction Center here, they were sort of expecting maybe that marginal risk to stay persistent. That marginal risk was up here around the Augusta-Columbia area, but then it is now moving down south towards Miami areas like Savannah and things of that nature. I think they were kind of expecting sort of severe weather to kick off and pop off right now. Although that area that I circled right there, keep your eyes open. I honestly would watch. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but I would watch this whole entire area from Texas all the way to the Carolinas. Very well possible you get a severe thunderstorm here and there, but flash flooding is really going to be the problem here. But as you can see there, we have that marginal risk by Phoenix, marginal risk from Miami to Savannah, Georgia. So that's something we want to watch out for there. Marginal risk up there by Great Falls as well. As we get into our tornado, we have less than 2% in all areas. The wind threat, going to be mainly those same areas that were under that marginal risk. Hail threat, not really a hail threat to worry about. As we get into tomorrow, we have a lot to talk about because I think this is where we're going to have the potential for some favorable tornadoes. As you can see here, Great Falls, you're under that marginal risk. Everybody in the south is safe, just mainly showers and thunderstorms that you're going to be dealing with there. But as we get to our New England part of the country, look at that. That's a color we haven't seen in a while. That's a 3 out of 5 enhanced risk there for your area, as the categorical data is showing there. Tornado outlook. Look at those dashed lines. You see the dashed 5%. So the level 1 intensity and the 5% chance of tornado risk. The wind threat, absolutely going to be bad. Let's watch out for Great Falls, though. You're still going to have some wind, but there's going to be a lot of wind here. There's going to be a 30% chance there as you get into areas of right into here. 30% chance. Just watch out for it there, as well as the level 1 intensity. As we see our hail threat not as bad as our wind threat, but we still have the 15%. We still want to watch out for that dashed area that's going to be near Burlington and area locations like that. As we get into outlook for tomorrow, we're honestly seeing showers and thunder. Not tomorrow, for our Wednesday, we're honestly seeing showers and thunderstorms across a lot of the country right there. It's going to be just showers and thunderstorms for now. That's something we want to watch out for because that could easily update. Probabilistic, less than 5% in all areas. So our main concern is going to be, really today we're going to have that nasty weather I'm going to show you in a second, but tomorrow there is that chance of that severe weather outbreak, so that's something we need to watch out for. So if you live up there, and I'm going to zoom in on you just here, if you live in Burlington, northward, in the Maine area, you really need to watch out. Areas in Canada, you can't see it here because this is a Storm Prediction Center showing the United States, but I'm sure Canada can have that severe weather as well. So let's watch out for these areas. If you're in these areas, you need to be on high alert, have a way to get those alerts and things of that nature. So that is going to be tomorrow for areas of upstate New York, areas around Maine, things like that. You need to watch out because you have that dash line in effect for your tornado. So 5%, and then the tornado dash line, as well as that wind threat, 30% with the dash line. That's not including the dash line. You have a 30%, and then you have a dash line. So let's just think about that. And then the hail threat, you have that 15% and that dashed line. So that's something we need to look out for. Now let's look at the Weather Prediction Center, because earlier it was showing a lot of flash flooding. Let's see what they have in store for us right now. Weather Prediction Center is still in effect here. They have the low pressures that are around the map. Look at that. You have a low, and let me just move this out of the way. You have a low pressure that's going on, low here, low there, and a low there. Generally, we're seeing the possibility of heavy rain and flash flooding in these red areas. So whether you are from southwestern Texas to eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, you can expect a lot. Right now into this area, we're seeing a lot of rain that is in effect, and that's something we need to watch out for. Areas of western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee, flash flooding is possible. Some areas are seeing some flash flooding in those areas right now, so if you're in southern Virginia as well, that's something you need to look out for. That's also a main concern there. As far as our heat risk, look at these northern parts of the country right now, and I'm going to draw a line showing where that severe heat is at. Look at these areas in Florida. I'm not going to forget you down there, because I know you're going through the extreme heat too. Look at down there by Miami. You're going to have some extreme heat you're going to deal with. So today for our outlook. And I'm going to show you the next 7 days, but really we're going to focus on today and tomorrow. As you get into Tuesday, extreme heat. And let's not forget, you can't see it down there in Florida, but Florida, you're going to have that extreme heat down there by Miami as well. So let's go right about there. Friday, we're starting to move that heat out of the way. Not marginal, but major heat is going to be possible for millions across the United States in that severe heat. So that extreme heat is going to stick around Florida. We do have a widespread heat here that's going to be happening for Monday and Tuesday, but that extreme heat will stick around Florida. Look at Tuesday. Multiple areas going to be under that purple heat, and this is a lot of people, 6.2 million people as we get into Thursday. But look at that major heat, guys. We are looking at a whopping 70.2 million people by Friday. Into Saturday, we start to calm things down a little bit, but look at it. Wednesday, major heat, 117.7 million people. That's going to be probably our highest peak in major heat there, so that's something we need to watch out for. But for Monday, as you get into the northern sections, heat is possible into Tuesday, specifically down here in Florida. I don't want to miss you. Heat, some forecasts is not going to show at 100, but your heat indexes, your feel-like temperatures, will probably be well above 100 in some areas, so that's something we need to look out for. I'm going to give you this radar here out of Charlotte, but as you can see, we have some nasty rain that's moving across all of these areas, specifically into western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. So if you're in these areas, you're anywhere from Asheville to Knoxville to Johnson City, areas like this, you need to watch out. There's going to be a lot of flooding that's going to be happening here. Make sure you have a way to get those alerts and whatnot. That's something we're looking out for as well. Flash flooding is possible, as you saw there with those reds from the Weather Prediction Center. That whole line from Texas to the Carolinas, flash flooding and heavy rain is possible in all of these areas. Some areas will be seeing 1 to 2 inches of rain possibly in all of these areas. Some may get under that, some may get above that. That's something we're watching out for, but that's going to be a lot to be dealing with there. Now we're going to have a lot of rain that we're going to be dealing with there. Now let's have our eye on the tropics right now. And honestly speaking, in the Atlantic, now the Central Pacific, we're expecting those two areas. I honestly am expecting that to form. Is it going to hit areas of Hawaii? I don't know yet exactly. But Central Pacific, we're seeing those areas of development. As you get out there to the Pacific, your areas of development, we have that El Nino going on in this section. So wouldn't be surprised development is not expected on that one. But you do have 5 areas to watch here. So you got that area. So wherever you see the X's are, well, you can't see the X right there, but this area, that area, that area, and that area. That 4th area you don't need to watch. 0% as of right now, and as we get into the 7-day outlook. But otherwise, in the Atlantic, we're not seeing any tropical development expected. My name is Michael. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are almost at 50 subscribers, so if you enjoy content like this, subscribe. Also, share it with a person you may know. You can also like and comment. My name is Michael, and I'll see you out there, of course, in the weather community.